It's such a great dessert for spring and summer. I like to call it lazy pie because there's no pre-baking the crust or pre-cooking the filling, and it's just as delicious as a classic strawberry pie. I would say that Galette is a pie for beginner bakers, and with this recipe nothing has to be perfect by any means. The crust needs just a few simple ingredients, so in a food processor I add 1.5 cups homemade oat flour, 1 tablespoon tapioca or cornstarch to improve the texture, half teaspoon salt and quarter cup or 60 grams cold butter and process it for about 15 seconds until it's crumbly. Then I slowly drizzle 1 tablespoon maple syrup for sweetness and 3 to 4 tablespoons Greek yogurt instead of water, which will make the crust more tender and also more nutritious. Anyway, I process until it starts to come together. It should be slightly sticky but not too wet. Now I form the dough into a disc, wrap it up in plastic wrap and place in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. This will help the dough to hydrate and hold its shape while baking. And you can make this ahead of time or even keep it in the freezer for later use. In meantime, I'm going to prepare the strawberries, and this simple dessert is a perfect way to let them shine. And you can easily swap strawberries for any other berries or sliced peaches or plums. Anyway, I'm going to cut them into quarters, place them in a bowl, add 2 tablespoons maple syrup or honey and 1 tablespoon tapioca or cornstarch, just to thicken the juices, and make it easier to cut into pieces. And I gently stir until cornstarch disappears and the berries are well coated. A galette is a pie that actually doesn't use a pie pan, so all I need to do now is place the dough on a parchment paper and roll it out. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, but try to make it more circle than rectangle. I will bake it on this parchment paper I roll the dough on, so I remove it all together on a baking tray. To be sure I won't have a soggy crust, first I dust the dough with 2 tablespoons almond flour before adding the filling. And I can spread my strawberry filling right in the middle of the dough, making sure I leave about 2 fingers around the edges. I can fold it over. You can make a full-size version like I do or 2 smaller ones. And if this shaping turns out a bit messy for you, it's just fine, it's supposed to be a bit messy. To add some color to the crust, I'm going to brush the edges with milk, or you can do with eggs. And it goes in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 F or 180 C. The strawberries bake and turn into jam, and the crust will keep all the juices in. After this lazy strawberry pie is done, you should give it time to cool in order for filling to set, and actually you can cut it into slices. Most of the time I eat it as is, but sometimes I like to add whipped cream or a spoonful of Greek yogurt on side. You know, this galette is all about the fresh strawberries and this lovely oatmeal pie crust. The strawberries cook up beautifully and the balance of filling and buttery crust is amazing. Give it a try, it's almost impossible to mess it up. And if you end up with some leftover strawberries, I suggest you make these easy cheesecake strawberry muffins. They're filling and delicious, not overly sweet, and they're great for breakfast or snack on the go. Check out that recipe now. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video. Stay healthy, stay happy.